Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 96 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How's it going?
It's going well.
I don't remember. How are we doing?
How are we doing?
It's been a while.
We haven't done this. We were talking. We haven't sat down to record in like 2 weeks. I haven't seen this guy in forever. I never go this long without seeing you. I used to go like years without seeing you.
It's been a week and a half.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Good to see you, brother.
Vuv.
Good to see you, Vuv.
The Vuvs. I don't even know why that was the nickname. Just because you couldn't say
That's how
brother.
I said brother.
Brother. Snake. So where have we been? So last week's episode, I liked it. I thought it was fun. It was a nice, quick, short podcast. 40 minutes. We played 3 games. Jason joined us again. We did the Guess Who. We did the 20 questions. And we did the Back the Box challenge.
We did.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It went a lot quicker than when we did all 3 games in episode 50. So that was interesting.
Anybody that hasn't watched that yet, please do so now.
It helps our average.
Not right now. Finish this
Right.
episode and then go back.
But go back, because it helps our average view time too, which is always appreciated.
Yes.
But we had to do that because you had a very busy week, and I, by virtue of being associated with you, had busy time, and then I had busy time after, and you had recovery time. This guy right here, he got married.
Thank you. Hey, I see.
You,
thank you.
back there,
Thank
front.
you.
Oh,
you.
Thank you.
This guy. That guy. I got married. It was a pretty, mostly stress-free day to cap off just months and months of stressful planning.
Yeah.
I would say the day didn't go off without a hitch, but it went pretty smoothly.
What hitches were there?
So we did the first look. We did the old, I'm going to blindfold myself in the limo on the way with the bridal party and the bride to go do pictures. So the guys, we did our thing. We took the limo to the hotel to pick up the girls. The girls were late.
So we drank all the champagne.
So we drank
Not
a
all,
lot.
but we drank a lot of champagne.
And then once the girls came out, I was blindfolded till we got to the photo destination, and then the story picks up there. We get to Memphis Botanic Gardens. Shout out. Everybody out of the limo. I'm the last one out. I'm scooting along, trying to get out of the limo. And
Blindfolded still.
in sliding, I put my hand on my jacket, and I noticed that it is soaked. So I'm guessing what happened is I don't know when it happened. I don't know if it was pre or post blindfold, but at some point I decided. Well, I didn't decide. My suit coat just kind of flopped on into the built-in like ice water reservoir thing. It's just soaking up the water this whole time, this whole ride. An area about this big on my left front bottom suit coat is just soaked. Now, luckily, it was a nice hot summer fall day in Memphis, so it dried out relatively quickly, but so there's that. Then,
which I felt completely responsible for as the best man, and the dude sitting on the other side of him. Of course, there's no way I could have seen it, but I still...
Oh, right.
I'm like, I was racking my brain, like, how did this happen? Like, when did we put the ice in there? Was the ice... It was probably...
I never got up and sat back down.
No, but did you grab the ice bag?
No, somebody else
me?
did.
I don't remember.
So that's the thing. I feel like I would have had to get up and sit back down unless it was in there from the time I got in the limo, which is possible. But it's just water. It's okay.
Yeah.
So then we get to the pictures. We're doing pictures. Everything's good. I have no regrets, but we got our flowers through Sam's Club.
Oh, yeah.
Which was apparently like way cheaper. We didn't go through a florist. The downside to that is now you have people that don't know flowers having to do all the responsibility.
They did look nice.
They were beautiful.
Yes.
We found out from our photographer of all people that there's these little, not that little, but these like buds.
These like pollen bullets.
Yeah. in the flowers that any florist would know to remove, but we didn't know that. And if one of these things touches you, poof, you're just covered in pollen. So then I had a nice pollen stain in my jacket. We got most of that out, but you can still kind of see it. I don't think it's going to show up in pictures, but it is what it is.
No, it won't show up.
Then, at my request, I wouldn't say I regret it. I think the pictures are going to turn out funny, but so we did the pictures at the Botanic Garden. There's this whole like koi pond thing. You can buy food. So the photographer, I wanted to incorporate that somehow. And the photographer basically said the only way that you're going to get the fish in the picture is if we sit down on this dock, put our feet in the water.
If you sit on the dock of the bay.
So Brittany's legs aren't even long enough to reach the water, so she was fine. Mine were in the water. Fish were like coming up and biting me and sucking on my toes and my heels and everything, and we're feeding them fish. No, we're feeding them food for the fish. They're flapping, they're flopping, flipping and flopping. I'm getting soaked. Now my suit is soaked again. Not soaked, but wet.
Did I even tell you? Again, we'll get into the rest of the wedding. I got a video of that towards the end when you were freaking out.
Oh, I haven't seen a video. No, I've just seen stills.
I just remembered that I got, and Lorelai was like, "Are you getting this?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm getting this. This is fantastic."
So the fish got me all wet, but it's fine. It's part of the pictures. It's whatever. So now that was supposed to be the last pictures of the day of the place.
The pre-wedding.
Yes. Yeah. And then the photographer says, "Okay, depending on how brave you guys are, I would also like to maybe get some shots of you lying in the grass." I got my pants rolled up, my feet are wet. I'm like, I got to wait for my feet to dry anyway. Let's do it. So I lie down, and Brittany comes and lies on top of me, whatever, click, 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 whatever. Now I've got her makeup on my suit coat. So my suits had seen better days. But it's fine. It's all, I think the picture's going to turn out great. Lorelai, shout out to Lorelai. She's not watching. She had a little like dry, basically the equivalent of like a dry magic eraser
whatever,
kind of thing. And she was able to get basically everything off before the ceremony started. So whatever. The ring bearer was a no-show.
Do you know what happened?
No, I didn't even know it didn't happen. Like I was up there, Brittany comes out, ceremony's going on, and then Brittany's like, "So what happened to Casey?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." It didn't even occur to me that he didn't walk out. I think what happened is he was back there with Jess and Lisa, the coordinator, and it was time for him to come out, and he was just he just wanted no part of it, and Lisa was just like,
I think she just called an audible, yeah.
Go. And then she called an audible and sent Brittany out, whatever. I didn't even notice he didn't come out. I was in another zone. But no, other than that, I think it went fine. Little tiny things here and there didn't go well. The fireball bottle, the GoPro thing was a success. We killed the bottle. I didn't think we would.
Did we really?
We did.
Well, I mean, not.
Well, I did my part.
A lot of people at the wedding though. Oh, I did my part. I was proud of my shots.
Oh,
I think
you took probably the
me,
longest ones. Yeah. But that turned out great. Anybody that wants to see the video, I didn't put it on our YouTube, but I put it on my YouTube. If anybody wants to see it, reach out to me. You know how to do it.
At Real Sean White on Twitter. At 2player_co-op. At
That's
2player co-op gaming at gmail.com if you want to email.
I'll show you the video, but I think it turned out pretty well. I was kind of hurting the next day. I drank a lot because I had.
Same.
I'm trying to count it. Roll the clock back. In the limo, I think I had 3 or 4. 4 or 5 glasses of wine/champagne. I did 3 fireballs.
You did not have 3 or 4. We all had, I think, 6 to 7 glasses.
Well, there's that.
I had that plus 2 ridiculously big shots of Fireball.
I think I did 3 fireballs in the limo.
The funny thing, I felt okay because I was like focused, and I think I took some good pictures at the Botanic Garden too.
Shout out to this guy; he really did.
Did you like them?
There's some
did Brittany like
amateur candid shots, but they turned out pretty good.
I felt okay. I think because I was so focused on the pictures and like everything's got to be good. What do I need to do? Can I help to do it? So I was like, good, even though I had a ridiculous amount of alcohol in my system.
By the way, shout out to Wiseacre, who they fill their cans up to the top. You open this can and it almost
explodes.
Beer right there. But continue. Mr. Kinney.
Perfect segue. Once we got to the venue, and you need to tell that story about how that just went off the deep end.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can get a beer, because you were like, we're not going to open up the bar until after the ceremony, but I can get us drinks. And
so
Jess's dad was there.
Well, so
Brittany's dad was there.
I went up and ordered a drink. I didn't say. I basically just told her because I didn't think she had served any drinks yet. I was like,
she hadn't.
I'm the groom. I want a drink, vodka, Sprite. I don't want the bar open, but I didn't want to just say groomsmen, bridal party, whatever. So I said any of like the VIPs. And then I turn around and everybody's got a drink. And now I'm like, oh, crap.
I know. I was like, oh, God.
I'm like, we're going to run out of booze. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen. Not to mention, I ordered my vodka Sprite. And by the time I got that drink in my hand, the bartender had dropped the 2-liter of Sprite and it exploded on the ground.
I sprinted
I'm like,
away
well, this
so
is
fast.
an omen.
You just stood there like,
I was like, I'm like, I kind of want to help, but I don't want to get covered in Sprite.
But I'm like, you've already had like pond water and ice water. Like you're
right,
you're
what
already
does it matter
covered in
at
it
that
anyways.
But yeah, no, everybody.
Well, that's what I was going to say, though. Until I got some Ananda in me, I felt fine. Then once we got there, I was like, okay, now it's showtime, I guess. Like, my body just relaxed.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had like 2 beers, I think, for the ceremony. I was like, okay. And then I had like 2 right after, like, as we were doing pictures with mom and dad. I think I had another one. I don't know how many beers I had at the ceremony, but I was feeling good. I would like to get your opinion on my speech, if you remember it.
Oh, I watched it the other day. Mom sent it to me.
Oh, she did. She said she couldn't get it on YouTube. And
I figured. Well, she couldn't, but I had her airdrop it to me.
Okay.
She's like, I don't know how to do that mail drop or whatever it's called. I'm like, just I took care of it. What was I going to say?
Was the speech good?
Speech was good.
I was so freaking stressed out.
You got some
over
comic
this.
relief from the kids. The
Yes.
kids, yeah, it was
Did you
good.
like my dad jokes?
I liked the dad jokes.
Did you
It was
like
good.
Terry laughing like a
Yes,
jackass
I
at the
did.
beginning? I
That
was
was
like,
fantastic.
hey, you over there. I like you. I thought I did good, but my God, I was so stressed. By the time it was over, Jess was like, felt like you were a little long. I was like,
it
well,
was like a
everybody
7.5 minute video.
Was it really?
Yeah. But
Was I slurring? I wasn't slurring, was I?
no, you
Okay.
were, yeah, I would say you were quite the showman. It was
Okay.
good. I think it was good.
Did anybody get our entrances also?
Mom did.
She did? Okay.
Oh, wait,
Because I
Mom
think
somebody did and they sent it to me.
I need to see, because I think Lorelai and I killed it. I think
You guys
we
were
won.
great. You guys were like perfectly
We planned it out,
insane.
yeah.
It was really good. Brent and
'cause
Caitlin were good.
All of a sudden, I was like, "We're gonna whatever. We'll just walk out." And then Brent was like, "No, we got this plan." Him and Caitlin. I was like, "Well, damn it!"
That whole morning, he was YouTubing wedding reception entrance videos to like try to come up with something good to do.
So I was still like, "I'm not doing anything. I don't care, whatever." But then I was like, all of a sudden, it clicked after 3 or 4 anonymous. I was like, "The Office." I was like, Jim and Pam's wedding.
Yeah.
And I know that was a parody
the-
of the whatever the original thing was. But I was like, we can do. I was like, fast forward. I finally got to the part where they just did
With
the
Stanley,
boom, boom, boom.
yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, Lorelai, is that? She's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we got this."
Oh, you guys nailed it.
Good.
What I was going to say is I was real drunk. I think I had a little bit of I'll say a Superman complex going because I love weddings. And I usually drink a lot at weddings. But I never feel like I get that drunk. And I think it's because I'm eating and I'm dancing and whatever. So I'm like, oh, I can just go all out tonight and I'll be fine.
Different when it's yours because you don't get to do. You're shaking hands and you're kissing babies and you're doing dances and you're dancing with mom, you're dancing with Brittany, you're doing all this. It's like I know what you mean.
It hit me hard.
Yeah, my wedding did too. Poor Jess at our wedding. I think she had like half a glass of champagne. That was all she drank, and I
drank a lot at your
Woo! Let's do Eminem on karaoke.
No, was it Eminem? We did Metallica and Vanilla
Or no, we did
Ice.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
wrong white rapper.
But oh god, what else? What else about the wedding?
And just to piggyback off you, I felt horribly rough the next morning.
I actually well, let's go ahead and get to there. So I don't really, okay, I'll rewind a little bit more. The last person we had to pay was the DJ. And I remember Brittany had the checkbook, so I got a check from him. From her. I remember getting the check from her and going up to him and asking
You
what
didn't
the
give him
total
a blank
was.
check, did you?
No, but I asked him what the total was, and I remember he said the amount, and I remembered the next day. I'm like, he said it was this amount. Like, I remembered it. I don't remember filling out the check. And I'm like, oh my God, did I just ask him the amount and walk away? Like, did we pay him? And then for a few days, I didn't see it come out of my account. And then it finally showed up. And I'm like, oh God.
Was it the right amount?
It was the right amount, but I had to look at the check and it was like...
It's like, did you pay him $100 extra?
I think it was Perfection DJs. I'm pretty sure I spelled perfection wrong. I spelled 100 wrong. It was just a mess, but I apparently filled it out and gave it to him and whatever. It was for the right amount. I don't really remember leaving the venue.
I drove home.
Oh, boy. I apparently passed out on the shuttle. It was like a 5-minute shuttle ride. I passed out on it. Brent passed out.
I passed out while packing once we got home.
Jason had to help me into the hotel. And then I got to our hotel room, or whatever hotel room we were staying in. And then I went in the shower. And then Brittany had people, she ordered some pizzas and had some people come over and they were drinking and eating pizza, whatever. I was in the shower the whole time. I passed out in the shower. I threw up in the shower.
No.
Yes. I was, depending on who you ask, I was in the shower for anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours.
No way. So
And
you were in the
then-
shower as long as Brittany was in the bathroom in Munich? Sorry,
Longer,
Brittany, I
think.
had to.
So I get out of the shower. Brittany finally comes in and is like, "You got?
Are you alive?"
Yeah, whatever. So she's trying to get me up, and I'm doing the whole like I don't want to move. And she eventually gets me up, and then I walk out. I'm in my underwear. Everybody's in the hotel room, and they're like, "Hey, he's alive!" And I was like, "Hey!" And then I just swan dove into the bed, face first, and was out like a light. And then I woke up the next morning. I was tired, but I wasn't really hungover. I was just exhausted. Like, they wanted to go to Beale Street the next night. I'm like, I can't do it. But I wasn't hungover. I was just very, very tired. But so the wedding was a success. I think good time was had by all.
The wedding was a blast.
I enjoyed myself, probably a little too much, but
Dad enjoyed himself, which is always good.
yeah.
Uncle Pat and Monica were hitting the floor. Like, I knew they would be dancing
Yeah.
because they just love to have a good time.
Yep.
We had a great time. The boys had fun. I was worried about the boys. Once I found out that Ryan and Tyler weren't going to, I was worried about Nick and Noah.
Yeah, I didn't realize they weren't coming, but
It was just the day before that. So Sarah's dad was coming in town for Celia's baptism. And he came in a day early, so they're like, "Oh, well, you can keep the kids. Hell yeah, let's go have fun with the kids." I'm like, I don't blame you at all.
yeah.
Everybody, Stacy and April had a great time. It was. Excuse me. I gotta give you the gift because we didn't bring in the insanity of trying to get Casey and the whole family here. Just forgot to bring the gift. We've got it in there. Don't leave tonight without me giving it to you.
I can't. I can't make any promises.
Okay. But everybody had a great time. It was fun to. And shout out to Jason and Brent. I love you guys. I'm glad that I got to see you twice in the last month and a half or what it was when I haven't seen you in 5, 6
I think they
years.
both enjoyed themselves, as did Jen and Jess, their significant others. So I'm sure they'll be back. It may be like a yearly thing, but they love it here. I'm sure they'll come back. They'll come back on here if this is still a thing when they come back.
Brittany's friends were cool.
Everybody was awesome. Yeah. Booze. So we had to supply our own booze. We got the bartender for free, but we had to supply everything. Booze, cups, cocktail napkins, stirs, everything. Shout out to everybody but me who was helpful in packing everything up at the end of the night because I didn't have anything to do with it.
I'm just so lucky my tie made it home. I don't know how my tie, because I didn't have my tie, and all of a sudden the next morning I was like, I guess I'm just going to have to pay for the tie. I'm like, whoa, it's in the front seat of the van.
So we got home. We got home. We started unloading everything. We were doing a quick inventory. Thank you. Of the booze. We came home with booze that we didn't even bring.
Really? Nice.
We didn't go. All the champagne was supposed to be for. It was for like the welcome drinks. But I don't think when we bought it, they said.
Was there even champagne served?
It was
Other
just on
than-
the table by the programs. As the groomsmen, we probably missed out on it, but
I do remember saying that.
when we bought it, they said, yeah, you'll get about 5 glasses of champagne per bottle. So we're like, okay, well, we need this many bottles.
Right.
They were pretty tiny glasses, so I think we got about 10 glasses per bottle. And they started using somebody else's champagne that wasn't ours. So we came home with like 4 or 5 bottles of ours plus 4 or 5 bottles of not ours.
Wow. Any good bourbon left over?
We came home with
Did you even have what? I don't
we had
even
Maker's
know.
Mark.
Oh.
We came home with 2.5 bottles of Maker's Mark.
That's awesome.
We came back with about 2.5 bottles of vodka. We came back with a bunch of wine. We came back with 4 bottles of White Zin. That wasn't ours. We didn't provide any White Zin. So I don't know whose booze the bartender was getting into, but it wasn't ours.
Well, if
some of it wasn't ours. So we probably stole booze from somebody else's wedding.
If you need to unload any, I'm happy to take it off your hands.
Well, so bottom line is we ended up returning a decent amount of it.
Okay.
I think we kept all the vodka because we used it a lot.
Yeah. I hope you kept the bourbon.
We kept the open bottle of Makers,
Okay.
but we returned the other 2 bottles because I already had some Russells and some Elijah, and I got a big bottle of bourbon. Bullet. So, like, I got a lot of bourbon now. I'm like, we'll go ahead and return the unopened Maker's Mark. We returned a bunch of champagne. We returned a bunch of wine. We got $400 back for the booze we returned. So it worked out all right. We drank a lot, but we also drank a lot of not ours, I guess, and came home with also not ours. So whatever. I'm sorry if we stole your booze. Watching. I apologize. Yeah. I'm sure you're watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, great night. I'm really just kind of glad it's over. Now it's the countdown to the honeymoon in like T-minus 5 weeks or so.
How bad was it going to work that Tuesday? We love where we work.
It's weird because when I went to Munich, I missed a week. Yeah. And I feel like I didn't miss anything. I was keeping up with emails.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. All of a sudden, it was like Friday. I'm like, I haven't really missed anything. Everything I missed, somebody else swooped in and answered for me, whatever. I missed 3 work days for the wedding, and I felt like I was 2 weeks behind all of a sudden. But I'm pretty much caught up now. But I had some work travel that was supposed to be happening this year that's now called off. So I was really banking on that to get me through the end of the year, and now that's not happening. So now I'm just like,
well, I'm guessing.
I mean, it's happening, but it won't be till next year.
Of course, it's the same as why not to talk shop here, but I had a position that got closed. It's all budget stuff. It's all let's get our numbers, which I'm fine with because I want my bonus. Right. More than anything, I want my bonus.
So yeah. Now, I mean, I'm looking forward to the honeymoon, but that's like all I've got from now till the end of the year. When I was thinking I had the honeymoon, I had a California trip, I had a round the world trip, and now those aren't happening. So I'm like, there's a lot of work left in this year still.
Yeah,
like
but then you go. Are you going for 2 weeks? How long are you going
for the honeymoon?
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Okay.
So I mean that's good.
But then you're like almost to Christmas, and that's awesome.
We come back and it's like the first week of December already.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it's really like 3 days. I mean, you subtract weekends,
Poor Elaine,
meals, and sleeping. It'll go by like that. But
still the best show of all time.
Yes.
It was hard for me going to work today. We're recording this Monday night. If you saw the tweet, yes, we're sitting down and record. Like I said, it's been the first time in basically 2 weeks since we recorded. Are we losing?
No, I just work email.
Oh, crap. Speaking of not feeling good after the wedding, so I told myself and my wife, I love you, Jess, that I wasn't going to go too crazy because I knew we had to drive to the beach in the morning. Basically an 8.5, 9-hour drive when you count stops for gas and kids stuff and everything. I didn't follow through on that, and I love you, Jess, for loving me. Holy crap. I passed that. We got home. I started packing. I was like, I am sober.
You didn't pack until that night?
Oh, no, we had started packing.
Okay.
Like we had all our clothes and stuff packed, but it was still like, let's get everything. We're not going to shower in the morning, so now we can do the bathroom stuff. We can do we can start putting everything in like big crates and stuff. All this, like when you have 4 kids, you are moving for a week. It's not just a couple of suitcases. Somewhere in the middle, I lay down on the bed and went, and I was just out. And I think it was like 11:30. Jess came in. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm like, I feel really hot. And then it's like what always happens to me is I'm like, man, it's really oh man, I drank a lot. Yeah, I got a headache. I'm not gonna throw up. I have to get to the bathroom right now. So luckily, I don't think I really retained any of the calories from all the food that I ate. The food was good too. That At
But
the
that was the other
rehearsal
thing. We
dinner-
came home with a lot of food.
The rehearsal dinner and the wedding, the food was great. And then 3 more times. But it's like I always have that last time where I'm like, oh, now I'm good. I'm fine. Of course, in that though, in the morning when I woke up when my alarm went off at 5 a.m., I got like 3 hours of sleep because I was so sick. Woke up and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna brush my teeth, make some coffee. Okay. We didn't leave till like 8:30. I wanted to leave at 7:30.
That's not that bad.
But and it was also crazy because there was a friggin' hurricane coming.
Yeah.
So Jess's flight got
Did the
canceled.
boys sleep like the whole way?
No.
Oh.
No, they just
I thought
played
they would have
iPads.
slept there.
Oh, no, they played iPads and 3DSs the whole way.
Yeah.
They were fine. But Jess, so she was supposed to take this little rickety plane down because it's when you've got a 3-month-old, it's a lot easier to just have your wife and baby Eliza fly instead of taking a 7.5-hour car ride, which becomes an 8.5-hour car ride when you've got your 3 big boys in there, which becomes a 12-hour car ride if you've got a 3-month-old.
Yeah.
Because she's a baby, she has to eat. She poop. It's just impossible. But luckily, shout out to Matt, you're my hero. He was able. He was flying to, not to Destin, but to Panama City because one of the guys he flies for was like, we need to get out of here. So he was flying an empty plane there. So he's like, Jess, you can come. So luckily, her flight got canceled, but she was able to jump on with Matt, which was great. So then she landed in Panama City. Everything was great. It's a private jet. Beautiful. But then she had to Uber from there to Destin. It was like $40. It was like no big deal. The drive down was fine. I didn't see any devil deer. By the way, one year ago this week, we got that. We did our first podcast with that. It was our ocean horn review. It was episode 42.
Wow.
It's been 1 year that we've been working with real equipment.
So much better.
It was if you go just watch the first 5 minutes, we're so happy. Because what I do, just to give you, every week I go back and watch or listen to our podcast from a year before. This week's one was episode 42. It was the first one we had that. We reviewed Ocean Horn. It was just, we were so happy not to deal with GarageBand and a 5-year-old laptop and all that anymore. Anyways, drive down was great. I listened to podcasts the whole way. Like I said, the kids played on the iPad. I had all 3 in a row. I had Noah sit next to Casey because I'm not dumb enough to put Casey and Nick next to each other because I would have just like freaking gouged my eyes out. Noah was a great help, putting movies in the DVD player, letting Casey, helping him with my, I had my hotspot on my phone. I probably used like 20 gigs. Don't even care because they could watch Netflix and do whatever. By the way, Netflix, you can only download certain shows.
Yep.
I thought you could download everything. So I was going to download like every Phineas and Ferb episode so he could watch it. Couldn't. And he didn't even want to watch. Anyways. So that's all fine. Felt great. A lot of coffee. Drive was good. We get there, and the hurricane wasn't even a hurricane, and it went further west than us, which was good for us. It didn't hit anybody that hard. We were watching some videos Sunday morning when we woke up, and Biloxi got hit hard. Yeah. There was this one guy, it wasn't Jim Cantor, but it was somebody else from the Weather Channel was out there reporting, and the wind's going crazy, and there's rain everywhere, and all of a sudden this chair goes, whoa, and it missed his head probably by 6 inches. It went flying, and he's like, whoa! Like this like deck chair just went flying and almost hit him on air. It was so cool. So all we had a rainy Sunday, which was fine. We just stayed inside. We played Super Nintendo and we played NES. We'll get to that here in a little bit. A lot of fun. We played board games and just hung out. It was great. And then the rest of the week, 85 to 88 degrees, sunshine everywhere. I don't know if I'm tan or not. I feel like every year I get less and less tan because I'm more and more an old man and like just covering 50 SPF, and I got the white nose like the cop Dan Cortez, or it wasn't Dan Cortez. What was the guy on? Was it Salute Your Shorts? The guy that always had the white. Not Budnick. It was he was like a lifeguard or something.
No, he was like the counselor, the camp counselor.
Yeah.
But Bucky. Maybe I'm thinking of Budnick, but
I think you're thinking of Budnick, but I don't even remember who Budnick was.
He's a redhead.
He was a redhead. Yeah, it wasn't him.
The mullet guy.
I'll look it up. And the beach is just like it's just my happy place. Like I want to win Powerball so bad, so I can just buy a beach house. And I know Jess talked to you guys about the condo and everything. Like
I'm in.
Not this year because. Oh, the Yankees must have done something because Mom just sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exclamation points. So I assume the Yankees just hit another home run.
Wow, Salute Your Shorts has an 8.4 out of 10 on IMDb.
I believe it. Should have been higher.
Ugly. His name is Kevin Lee. Kevin Ugly.
That's awesome. I did not remember his name. Now I remember it.
Wow, Donkey Lips. He's not looking too good.
Yeah, the beach is just my happy place. Even if it was going to be crap. Wow, we're up 8-0. Okay.
Holy crap.
Don't need to check that score anymore. So, yeah. That's what I did last week. I went to the beach. Eliza's the best. Like, you think taking a 3-month-old to the beach sounds like a bad idea? She's just the best baby ever. She's so easygoing. She would fall asleep in our arms on the beach, or we'd put her down on the, in the shade of an umbrella, put her down on a beach blanket, and she just chills, and everything's fine. Like, she's just the best baby ever. It was so easy. Casey got to play with his big brothers as a big kid. Like, he really thought he was, awesome. And it's just my happy place, and it's just so good. I had a lot of booze there too. Speaking of taking off your hands, I got to take it off of my hands. I got to. Like, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm aware of that.
Summer's over. You don't need to worry about your beach bod. Beach is over.
There is no beach bod.
You need a winter bod. You need.
I've got more than enough insulation. I need to get rid of it, man.
You need to keep it through the winter. You're
no,
fine.
I don't. What?
Hashtag dad bod.
I don't want a hashtag dad bod.
But you're a hashtag dad. I can't wait to be a dad so I can have the hashtag dad.
We talked about this
bod.
before, and I don't want that. I don't want to be a pirate.
But I don't want to be a pirate.
We are replaying like episode 87 or something. But no, I gotta start working out again, and I'm gonna eventually. So yeah. So what was last week like for you? Like, so wedding, go back to work. I know everybody stayed for a couple of days.
So I got a few things I want to talk about.
Okay.
First, I don't want to go into a big tangent because we do this a lot. Not just tangents, but on this. I'm done. I'm done with fantasy football.
I didn't want to say anything. The
I've
funny
lost
thing,
Rodgers.
though, a year ago, you were like, hey, Kevin, how did those trades work out for your fantasy team? When I traded away Odell and then he blew up, and I traded for Rodgers and he sucked. And whatever.
I lost Rodgers for the year.
I could not believe that.
I hung into both of my, one of them I ended up losing pretty bad. I almost won one of the two games. Yeah. But now I'm like, I got Dalton as my backup, but at least his bye was this week, so I don't have to worry about a bye. I've got him there, and he's a serviceable, like, okay, but I don't have it. I'm looking at your team. I'm like, you're going to win it all.
No, don't say that. Leonard Fournette hurt his ankle this week, and Golden Tate, after he dropped the freaking people's elbow, he hurt himself.
You've got Deshaun Watson and Tom Brady. You've got Leonard Fournette, Todd Gurley.
Tom Brady is my backup.
Yeah. You're going to win it all.
Don't say
Hashtag jinx. I don't know. I'm just done. I don't really want to talk about it, but I had to talk about it.
Oh, God. Colonel Sanders is making a run at me. Of course, Ryan Succop's got 13 points already. Gosh almighty. I should be fine. He's not going to score another 25 points. And I've got T.Y. Hilton. I'll be fine.
So finally, like 3-4 weeks late, I finally saw it. It was...
Was it scary?
It wasn't really scary. That's
what I thought of.
So there was a few like
right
jump scares
are stupid.
And then to me, not really spoiler alert. So I'm not even gonna say it.
I know the whole movie. It's been out for a month and a half. I haven't watched it, but I know
the
everything.
Scariest / most unsettling part of the whole movie.
The opening
was the opening, but not even because of Georgie. Because when Pennywise is down there and he's like, "Hey, Georgie. Oh, Georgie Boo. Come and get it."
It's way worse than Tim Curry.
Get it. Come and get it.
Right.
Yeah, and he's just all like creepy. And then the rest of the movie, he's just like he's all like scared. Right.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, when he's down in the sewer and hey, Georgie, I got your boat. Take it. You want your boat back? Like, and there's just like, that just creeped out. To me, it wasn't a bad movie. I enjoyed it. It was very, it's the chicken and the egg. It's very Stranger Things-esque, which obviously Stranger Things is really like it, among other things-esque. But now that, whatever. Plus, Mike, I don't know what his name was in Stranger Things, is in this movie.
They put glasses on him so you couldn't really recognize him, but yeah.
But it just kind of felt like a rated R Stranger Things,
Yeah.
basically. Or Stranger Things is like a PG-13 it.
Did you ever see the original, the miniseries or anything?
I did. Well, I think I saw it in college. I don't know if I saw the whole thing, but I remember for a while
Wasn't
in
it
college,
like 10 hours long or something?
Yeah, it was a miniseries. It wasn't
it was
just
like
a
10
movie.
episodes, right?
Yeah. And somebody, I think it was me, started this whole thing where I printed out a picture of Pennywise, his face, and that thing, we would put it like inside of like a kitchen cabinet. So, we would put it like inside the shower, under the toilet seat, like everywhere, and everybody, just try to scare each other with it.
Now you got to do that
I don't
to
know
Brittany with a Pennywise mask and just put it somewhere every day.
Yeah.
Sorry, she won't watch. It doesn't matter. She won't know.
But no, it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I saw it.
I feel like at this point I've seen so many clips on Instagram and stuff that I've seen the whole movie.
I think Skarsgård killed it, even if just for that opening scene, like.
Well, that's the scene, yeah.
Oh, right. After that, it's like you almost can't even tell. It's so much CGI. Like,
I've seen some of the clip where it's like when he's doing the dancing thing. It looks like his head's floating, and then he comes out of the thing and he's all twisted around. I'm like, but it doesn't even. I feel like again, this is off-screen footage I've seen, but I'm like, I feel like this would take me out of the movie because it's so CG.
It was a little overly CG.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think even in just that opening scene, I think Skarsgård killed it. Like it was just very unsettling. I don't know. It was just even knowing exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah, but I didn't think they were going to show it.
I can't remember if that was in the other one.
It wasn't.
Probably.
It wasn't because I after I heard Rasan like, oh dude, you got to see the beginning. I watched. I was like, oh my god, I've got 3 little boys. I cannot believe I just watched this. This was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. I hate you, Rasan. I love you. I hate that you're in Austin now. In the other one, he goes, "Rah," and he just goes, "Rah," and he pulls him down. Like he's not crawling, and this like 10-foot long hand doesn't come out to grab him and pull him back. It's just, it's just when it's kids involved and you've got little boys.
Right.
It's just
it's different.
Whereas Stranger Things is just, I guess it's PG-13. It's definitely not R, like you said.
Right.
And you don't ever see anything other than in the last episode when they find Will. I'll just say that. If you haven't seen it yet, where have you been?
Well, plus episode 3 of Stranger Things, like, got me bad.
Oh, the pit, the quarry?
Yeah. Like, that was when I was like...
But I was like, there's something... But even then I was like, I
kind of
think
knew
so.
Yeah.
But this is... And Winona Ryder did great. Like, we talked about a year ago, whatever it was. Some people hated her in that. I thought she did a great
she was
job.
good. Yeah.
And I did watch the trailer for that. The last trailer. I was like,
I
fine.
haven't even seen that, but I'm not trying to avoid it like I am Star Wars.
I was until I saw it on Facebook, and I was
But I'm like-
scrolling, and I was like,
Part of me is just like, I've come this far. I'm like, I'll just keep not watching it. Like, it's close enough.
sidebar, tangent. What the hell are we going to do on October 27th?
A lot.
Well, Jigsaw comes out, Mario comes out, Stranger Things comes out. What the hell? I got to play Mario. I feel like I'm going to play Mario that weekend. I'm going to wait on Stranger Things. I think.
I want to see Jigsaw.
See, I can wait on Jigsaw, I think.
See, I want to watch it before Halloween.
Yeah, see, I hate Halloween. When it comes to Halloween, I am Scrooge.
I'm slowly getting there.
By the way, do you have my Batman, or do I have it? Did you give it back? Kids are like, Dad, dress
The
up like
suit?
Batman. Yeah.
I don't have the suit. I have at least one. I'm guessing probably both of your gloves in the back seat of my car.
They're called gauntlets.
Gauntlets.
Thank you.
Sorry. No, I don't have
Because they want me to dress up. I'm like, I'm fine sitting in the front yard around the fire, handing out candy, drinking beer. That's Halloween to me, damn it.
All right, so
That was in unison. That was
on to happier topics.
Yeah.
So last week I started, after the wedding, perfect timing, I started going back to the gym, lifting and stuff.
So stop calling me dad bod then. I'm not a dad.
Because I've got a coworker of mine, Bruce, shout out to Bruce. He's at least, he's like, I don't even know what it all entails, but he's following like The Rock's workout plan. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
You have
But
to eat
he's
6,000 calories of fish a day and stuff.
But he's
not
at
doing it.
least consistent in going to the gym. I've never had a workout buddy that wasn't like Brittany, where it's like, well, okay, we're doing different things, or like Nick Downey, who's like
Who's freaking yoked? Yeah.
I've never had a
can't keep up with
workout
you,
buddy who's more motivated than I am to go to the gym, which I need because that in turn motivates me.
Because otherwise you're like, no, I'm good.
And B, somebody who's not going to make me look stupid at the gym. So this is Bruce. So it's good. So I went 2 days last week. I'm still hurting. I did back day one, which is basically like all arms. It was like the pull down and the row and the row, like everything. And my arm, like I can now move my arms again, but like for a while my arms wouldn't move past about there. Then Friday I did leg day. So I've been hurting. So Friday or
Never
Thursday.
skip leg day. By the way, I want the shirt. Never skip keg day. Continue.
I like it. So last week, just because I don't remember how it came into my mind. Probably I was sitting at work and I was like, oh, everything hurts. I can't move. I was like, you know what?
I'm going to run a marathon.
I haven't had a massage in a long time.
Oh, look at you.
So I booked a massage for today. It was fantastic. It was everything I needed. I was in enough not pain. Like if I had it on Friday,
You'd be like,
I couldn't have gone through with it. But she worked me over good. Like it still hurt. Like there's this one part. So my shoulders, they're pretty good now, but they were like last week, Thursday or Friday. Usually I'm going to act something out here. Set the scene. It's morning. I've showered. I'm getting ready for the day. I'm going to go put on deodorant. Whoop, 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 whoop.
By the way, if you didn't see that, you should go to youtube.com/2playercoop and watch the video, subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you for watching.
This particular morning, I go to put on deodorant, and I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I can't move my shoulders. They still kind of hurt, but I'm like, I'm better now.
Remind me to tell you about my thing with deodorant.
For the most part, I got through the massage pain-free. She asked, like, how do I say this without sounding weird? How do I want it? How do I want it?
How do you want?
And I basically said, like, moderate.
Shout out to Tupac.
Like moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. I don't know. Moderate to
Plaque psoriasis.
I'm thinking of the commercials. Like moderate to
everybody's got the. I'm sorry if you have plaque psoriasis. I'm gonna say.
I'm just trying to think of how to describe it.
I know what you're saying.
But I said like moderate to
severe.
But severe sounds bad. Like how hard do you want
6
it?
out of 10.
Severe. But so I'm like, just don't hurt me, whatever. And I was good through the whole thing. Then this one part, I'm on my stomach, and she like takes my arm and she puts it behind my back. And I'm just like, oh no. And she starts like pushing on my shoulder, and I'm like, okay. Then she puts, I don't know, it felt like an elbow, something real hard and pointy into like my Goldberg, and just like just pushing down and sliding it. And I'm like, I was like a half a second away from just making some kind of noise, like like just like so she would get this and then she like stopped. I'm like, oh god. So I survived. And then she did this thing which felt good, but I'm like, once it clicked what she was doing, I'm like, I don't like that. She had my arm like this. She grabbed my shoulder blade and just started pulling. And I'm like,
the actual bone?
Like she basically grabbed it and was pulling. And it didn't hurt. It kind of felt good, but then once it clicked what she was doing, I'm like, oh, I don't like that. And
I don't like that one bit.
But yeah, I was like on my stomach, and she literally, I'm just going by feet. I can't see what she's doing, but it felt like she just grabbed it and was like pulling. It still kind of weirds me out. But
okay.
I'm feeling good. I'm smelling good. I smell all oily, and I don't know what it is.
I got my nose. I didn't mean to do that.
I feel good. I smell good. I'm relaxed. I'm ready. I'm back to count down the days to the honeymoon. Do you want to get into what you've been playing? Because that's the only other thing I got to talk about.
Nope.
All right, what do you got?
I want to talk about this little trailer that came out. There was 2 trailers. There's actually 3 today.
I haven't seen any of them.
You didn't? Okay. Black Panther trailer today.
I hear it's fantastic.
How does Michael B. Jordan? I don't know why. I just don't get it. They both have the suit, when they're fighting, I feel like you're going to lose track of who's who. I didn't watch the trailer, but I just saw some GIFs of Michael B. fighting.
GIFs.
Huh?
What?
GIF! I will freaking put it down in the description, the video of the guy that said it's GIF. He made the freaking graphic interchange format.
Graphic.
Anyways, Black Panther I'm stoked for. I don't need to say anything. I hate you, Marvel.
Who plays
I hate
Black
you
Panther?
so much. That's what I was trying to what's his name?
I don't remember.
I can't remember his
If
name.
you tell me what his name
Oh,
is.
Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking, yeah, never mind.
T'Challa is his name, right?
T'Challa.
Yeah. Anyways, looks great. Whatever. Marvel, I'm so sick of you.
I'm actually getting kind of excited.
I'm not. I don't care at all.
What?
Thor. I don't care at all. Don't care at all. F Marvel. I'm so sick of it. I don't.
Do you not because it's Marvel, or do you not because you really do not?
I really don't. I'm
looking forward to it. I think it looks...
They picked the two least interesting characters. Well, okay, Hawkeye's probably the least interesting. Two of the three least interesting characters from a character standpoint and put them into this fun movie with Jeff Goldblum in makeup, and Kate Blanchett is catching the hammer, and she's got friggin' antlers like a devil deer. And
to me, it looks kind of generic, but that's been my problem with every Thor movie.
it looks to me
But at
like
least this, it's like they're going Guardians of the Galaxy.
they're trying to do Guardians of the Galaxy
in
and Thor.
space.
That's not.
It's
that's,
retro.
I
It's
don't like it.
comedic. Like I'm down.
Anyways.
Can't. I wouldn't say I can't wait. That's a bit much, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going
Anyways.
to be good.
Anyways, the episode 8 trailer. Assuming you did not, you said you
have
didn't
not
watch
watched it.
Good for you.
I'm getting to the point where it's going to be harder and harder and harder to avoid it.
I saw when I was watching the Yankee game, the Justice League, they did a TV spot. So pretty soon the Star Wars stuff is going to start. So you're going to have to be able to hit mute real quick or change the channel or something.
The stupid little animal. I'm guessing
that
that's
thing.
from the trailer. I
hate
keep
that
seeing that on
stupid thing.
Twitter. I'm like, I don't even want to see this.
It's just a porg. I don't even know what a porg is, but I freaking hate the
Looks like a little
porg.
guinea
All he
pig.
does is he goes, "Wah!" and he's like this like eagle-faced little hamster thing. And I'm like, half the people, when it first started,
like
everybody...
R2D2.
Yes, I know. He makes
do it.
that face. I want to kill that thing. Like, I don't know. And then
See, I
there's,
wish
like,
I didn't even see that. Like, I want to know
There's
nothing
nothing
about.
that
No, I
means
know,
nothing.
I know it means nothing, but like,
I will say, so I'll say this about the trailer. I am not as high on this trailer as literally everybody else who watched it is. I don't know what it is. It's, to me, this doesn't spoil anything or tell you anything about it. I think it's so obvious that everything in this trailer is just a misdirection. Everything that you see in this trailer is going to be the opposite of the movie. And it is so blatantly obvious that it's just like, I'm like, well, that's not going to happen. That's not really going to happen. That's not going to happen. And that's not going to happen. Why are they doing this? That took me out of it to where I did not enjoy the trailer. There's some action stuff in there that look cool. I know the movie's going to be great. My first thought after watching that trailer was, I'm glad JJ's doing episode 9.
here's the thing, and I know I'm being a little facetious here, but it's
That bass.
it's freaking Star Wars.
Okay.
I
was that
know-
the freaking prequel.
I know that I am in the vast minority of people not watching the trailer.
Ryan McCaffrey's doing the same thing, by the way.
Really?
Yep.
It almost seems like it doesn't even need a trailer. Obviously, I know they're not going to release it with I get it, but it's Star Wars. Nobody needs to know anything about this movie. Nobody's going to be like, "Oh, Star Wars
Yeah.
Episode 8, well, I'm kind of on the fence. Hey, that trailer's pretty good. I guess I'll go check it out." You're either going to see it or you're not, and the trailer's not going to convince you one way or another.
I will say, all they needed to do was the first trailer. Here's some scenes. Here's the tone.
Not even a
Don't
teaser.
even do anything. Well, that's what it basically
Yeah.
was. I know you didn't see that either, but there is one thing that's in this trailer that's a big spoiler that I did not need to. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. It's something that
It's probably misdirection.
no, it's
Oh, no.
just it's something you see it, in the trailer that I didn't want it to be in the trailer.
This is precisely why I'm doing this.
I'm like, I didn't want to know that. I wanted to wonder about that. That's all I'll say.
Do not comment on this video because I'm going to get an alert. Don't even, if you want to talk about whatever he's talking about, well, don't even tweet him because I'll probably say that too. Just don't, we don't want to talk about it.
I want to talk about it, but I've got nobody to talk about it to. Because like,
DM him.
Jess,
his DMs are
Jess,
open.
did you see the trailer? She looks up from her Sudoku. What? So anyways, next trailer. Justice League. The one that is still, even with Star Wars out there, this is still my most anticipated movie for this year. No, it's not. It's Star Wars.
I was going to say.
Second is Justice League. This trailer, do you want to know what's in it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but that's not through.
It's not like Star Wars.
I want to watch it. I just haven't yet.
It's really good. I like the last trailer better. It starts out with the theme that everybody's been like, best part of the trailer is they brought back the theme from Man of Steel, that doon doon. Not on key at all, but you know what I mean, the Superman music that they did for Man of Steel.
I don't remember it.
You'd know it if you heard it.
Probably.
And you see Lois come out. Spoiler alert if you don't want to know about the trailer. I'm going to talk about this damn trailer because it's Batman. Lois walks out of Clark's house in Smallville. And then she's like, oh. And she looks out to the field. And there's Clark standing in the cornfield. And every hair, I'm thinking about it now. I'm getting goosebumps. They did so well. I'm like tearing up. She looks out and there's Clark. And she's just like, and he turns around and he's like, I guess I'll take that as a yes. And I'm like, and she's like, what? And he said, he turns, the ring. And then it flashes back to the end of Man of Steel, or at the end of Batman Superman, and when she's dropping the dirt on it, and you can see that she's wearing the ring, well, this hand, and she's dropping it, and then she wakes up. It was a dream. And she goes and she touches the pillow, and he's still not there. And it says, then you hear like news broadcasts, it's a world without hope, Superman's dead, blah, blah, blah. They didn't show him, Sean. They didn't show him. They showed the restraint that I didn't think at all because of everything that went so wrong with Batman versus Superman.
I mean, they already showed him in all like the photos.
But we don't know what he actually, we don't know if he's in the black suit. We don't know if he's, at this point, I'm still 95% sure Superman will be in this movie at the end and he will defeat Steppenwolf. But there's 5% of me that's like, holy maybe they're going to actually make you really miss Superman. And the whole thing, and some of the voiceovers by Affleck as Bruce, just talking about what he means and how the world needs Superman. And one time you see Affleck in the cave, and he's looking at this hologram of Superman, and he's just like, ah. And it's like, the world needs Superman. And then you see, I still don't like Cyborg. Momoa is freaking awesome. I cannot wait for the Aquaman movie. Never in my life would I thought I would utter the words, I cannot wait for the Aquaman movie, but I cannot wait for the Aquaman movie.
See, to me, I think it's DC and Marvel. I look at Aquaman kind of as like Thor. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I would see it. I will see it. And I love Momoa as Aquaman. But
Aquaman's so much cooler than Thor.
I can't wrap my mind around an Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing with Aquaman is he's basically powerless outside of water.
This dude's
so
flying
the whole
all over
movie.
the place.
But that's what I'm saying.
He's spearing parademons out of the air and stuff, and Cyborg at this one point, he kills a parademon and he's falling, and Cyborg's Iron Man is flying and he grabs him. He's like, "Ride ain't over yet," and then the line's delivered horribly, and then you see Momoa just goes, "My man," and it's like Cyborg's line was horrible. Aquaman's is like, "Yeah," and then he just throws him. And he's like, "Woohoo!" and he goes flying into another parademon. He lands on the Batmobile. I'm like, this is gonna be. It's going to be better than Batman versus Superman.
I hope so.
I mean, it might not be saying a lot. I still say that's a good 7.5 movie. Not great at all. Man of Steel, 8.5 to 8.8. Wonder Woman's better. Some of the imagery in this, like, so the trailer was cool because it focused on everybody. The one thing I don't like about this I don't care about Cyborg at all, and I really hate his design in this. I don't.
What that's the biggest thing that worries me is I don't care about him either, and I think a lot of people don't care about him. And I think they're going to shove him down our throats because I think he's going to have a big role in it. And I feel like
I thought that until all this Joss Whedon stuff happened and all the reshoots and all this, where there was talk as they were filming and stuff that Cyborg's at the heart of this story, blah, blah, blah. There is no hint of him being at the heart of this at all, other than he's in a mother box and Steppenwolf is coming there to take over because there's no Kryptonians, there's no Green. They didn't show Green Lantern. Green Lantern is not in this movie.
Not. No.
He is not in this movie. I'll say I was wrong if he's in the movie. I'm not going to say something.
Jump in the
stupid,
pool.
No, that was on last year's podcast. I said what did I say? If the Switch was $200, I'd do a backflip into the ice cold pool on Christmas Eve.
No, there was something about
yeah,
Metal Gear that you were going to jump in the pool.
Oh, I mean, if he was Gray Fox, I guess.
Yeah, okay. I don't remember the Switch thing.
Yeah, that was a year ago today.
Yeah.
I mean, a year ago.
Well, a year's passed. We need a new bet. If Green Lantern is in this movie,
you can videotape me jumping into an ice cold pool in December.
Dibs.
If Green Lantern is in the movie.
All right.
We'll wait until December. We'll film it. We'll put it up on the channel. I don't even care. I'm not going in naked, just for the record.
But the character has to
YouTube
be in the
doesn't like
movie?
that. Green Lantern has to actually appear in a Green Lantern.
Okay. It can't just be a reference to him.
I won't say Steve Jordan or anything like that. A Green Lantern.
Just post-credits scene count.
Oh, I'm not going to go that far. No. In the main movie.
Okay. Deal.
What was I saying? They didn't focus too much on Gal, which I liked because everybody loves Wonder Woman right now. We know she's great. There's this one cool image where she's on this awesome statue and everything. She's going to be great. We know that. We know Affleck's going to be great. There's a thing at the end that I like. Some people are like, God, it's so corny, but I'm like, no, you can't. It's a funny line where I'll set it up and then I'll rant about it or about the reaction to it. It's Bruce and Ezra and Barry Allen and Diana Prince standing there in their human, non-costume, non-superhero form. And then Barry looks up and he sees the bat signal. He's like, oh! It's like, oh, that's the bat signal. That's your signal. That means we have to go. And Bruce looks at Diana and he's like, yeah, that's what it means. And Diana's like, okay. And Bruce is like, yeah, whatever. Okay, just like this kid. But the Flash is so excited. He's like, oh my God, it's the bat signal. And I didn't do it justice at all.
League.
Go back and watch it. I think it works so well.
It's better than the "Is she with you?"
I thought she was with you. I thought she was with you. So much better than that. Did you? Yeah. Okay. But then people are saying, "Oh, it's too corny and the humor is this and it's that." You mother effers! I'm so sick of this crap. You cannot say what.
I know exactly where you're going.
You can't,
because that's what Marvel has always been about, is the humor and stuff.
But
and
not
now
even
you're
Marvel.
getting mad because when Justice League tries to do it, people are going to say, you can't just copy, you're trying to copy Marvel and you're trying to be all funny. And then you're
kind of, but it's more the whole, Batman versus Superman was so depressing and sad. Everybody's sad.
Let's just do a whole one.
And now they put the humor into it, not over the top humor, but it's going to be little bits and pieces. Flash is going to steal the hell out of this movie, and I cannot wait to see it. You can't then go, well, I don't approve of this humor. This is not doesn't fit the tone. No, kiss my ass.
What I will say is I think Marvel set the tone from the very beginning with Iron Man. I feel like they've never strayed too far from what the original Iron Man was. A lot of action, some humor, some comedic relief, whatever. Versus the beginning of this universe, Man of Steel, no humor.
But
that I can remember. Batman versus Superman, some humor, very much forced. To me, Wonder Woman nailed it.
I agree.
That is the right mix of humor and seriousness and action and whatever. Like,
some people say that it fell apart in the third act. I don't agree with that. Ares, the mustache, that's kind of weird. I don't think it fell apart in
I just have a hard time buying that dude as Ares. That was my biggest thing.
I get that. Oh, that was the other thing that was in the trailer. It's about a 2-second clip where it looks like Wonder Woman looks at like, it looks like Steppenwolf just killed somebody, which obviously none of these people are going to die in this. Well, I mean, maybe. She looks so like distraught, and then you see her, and then you see it cuts out. It looks like they're fighting on the pit at Mortal Kombat or something. And Diana's got her sword and she's going after Steppenwolf, and you see these parademons are just kind of hovering, and the Steppenwolf comes in with his big axe and she blocks it with her shield. I'm like, holy crap, this is going to be so cool. Like, again, though, not my favorite trailer. I like the last one. Oh, and the music to this one, their music choices to this they've been all these covers of really good songs, but like weird covers. This was a cover of Heroes. We Can Be Heroes, just one, the Wallflower song, which they covered
Bob Dylan, or not Bob, David Bowie.
Yeah. This was like another cover of it that was like slow and weird. I loved the song. I didn't love this version of it. But I'm so excited. I am so excited for this.
You just can't hide it.
Yes. I almost did it. I know. I want to. I'm so excited for this movie. Like I would say, I'm not going to put a pool bet on this. I think this will hit a minimum of 70. Not that this is a great accomplishment. Minimum 70% on Rotten Tomatoes.
All right. What was Wonder Woman?
94.
Oh, wow.
Like, it was up there with Dark Knight.
And what was BVS?
I don't want to talk about it.
But what was it? Like 30, 40?
No, it was either 28 or 29. Oh, shut up. And then Suicide Squad was 1% lower.
What was Man of Steel?
54, which I think is ridiculous.
Okay.
That is dumb.
This will be I think it's like a 75 or 80.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it has the potential to be higher than that, but if I'm setting the over-under, 75 to 80, I think is the over-under.
92% for Wonder Woman.
Wow. That's impressive.
So, yeah. Just don't suck. God. But seeing this, there's a part in the trailer too where Batman puts the goggles down on this. I freaking love that suit because we've talked about it many times, but it's like a mix of like Dark Knight meets Arkham Knight, you know. The tactical suit that he's got, where
right?
It's not the Dark Knight Return suit from Batman vs Superman, you know, the armor, but it's a more sleeker armored version of it. It just looks so cool. I still don't like the goggles, but it's only when he's driving around the Batmobile and if the sky's red and like everything is just going to hell. So it's protection from the eclipse. I don't know what it is, but the suit itself looks so cool. Anyways, Justice League. Please, God, don't let this movie suck. I will say, though, like I said, I liked the last trailer better. This one, it didn't like... I like the trailer was just like, okay, thank you. Good. They didn't show Superman. Was my main thing. Like, I was tweeting to Nick about it. I was like... Because leading up to this, they were like, Wonder Woman poster, and they had all the logos at the top. Wonder Woman poster, Aquaman, Flash, Batman, Cyborg. I'm like, and they were doing it every 5 minutes. I was like, oh my God, they're going to show a Superman poster, and then he's going to be in the trailer. Neither thing happened.
I will say, I think Superman should be in it. I think he will be in it. I think you nailed it. I don't think he's in it for more than, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Other than like the dream sequence, whatever.
I think we're going to get a few of those.
As much as I think that's what should happen and probably will happen, I will tip my cap to DC.
Yeah.
If they go through with it and they pull a fast one on us and, Superman logo right next to Batman and Flash and Wonder Woman, and here's all the promotional photos, and look, there's Superman right there. If they somehow keep him out of it altogether, I don't think they'll do it. I'm trying to even think of something that would be comparable. That I don't know. That would be. I don't even think they should do it. It's not like I'm saying they should, but I don't think they have the guts to. I don't even know that they should. but I definitely don't think they have the guts to. But if they do, for better or for worse, I will tip my cap to them.
Like if they
that
save
would
him,
be
if they save him for post credits or something.
right.
I still say you got to think back to that second trailer, and there's Alfred saying, "I knew you'd."
But I
come."
think they have to put him in it because they're doing a Man of Steel 2 before Justice League 2. I don't think you leave him out of Justice League just to have him show up in Man of Steel 2.
No,
if Justice League 2 was coming before, I mean, obviously if they'd already announced Man of Steel, whatever, but I think he's going to be in it because why do you have the return of Superman? It would just be weird to save it for like basically Superman 2.
You got to, like I was saying, you got to think back to the second trailer when Alfred says, "Oh, they said you'd show up," or whatever he says.
Right,
and
yeah,
you can barely see a little red thing go like, I'm like, okay, there's Superman, but that could still be a post credits. The one thing I've got to think, like Zack Snyder loves comic books. We should have seen it when they put out Doomsday in that last trailer, second last trailer, because the last trailer is when they gave away the whole Batman warehouse scene.
Yeah.
Second to last trailer is when they showed Doomsday. We should have known right then Snyder loves his comic books. The whole point of Doomsday is to kill Superman. Yep. We should have seen it coming. Nobody did. Even at the end, I was like, I remember I turned to Rasan and said, "Oh my God, they did it? Are you kidding me?" If they're sticking to that, Superman is in this movie and he's coming back in the friggin' black suit, and I might pee my pants. Like if he comes back in the black suit, especially if he's got a mullet and a beard, let him keep the mustache, whatever. Like I'm going to lose I hate that Rasan's not here. He's in Austin now. I'm going to lose my mind if that happens.
I think at best you get the black suit. Here up, he's still going to look like normal. Yeah.
I'll take it. That's the only other thing I want to say. Sorry, one more thing, then we'll move on. That told you. Everything that I think they did wrong with the death of Superman by doing it way too in the second movie in this universe, way too early. They didn't earn it. Like I should have been crying my eyes out when Superman died. It was too early. They're fixing all that. At least what I'm seeing in the trailers, the way they talk about Superman and what he represented and the effect it's had on Bruce and Diana and all this other stuff. I'm like, seeing him at the beginning of this trailer was like I said, I had goosebumps watching it. Like something about this marketing, they're fixing what they screwed up by doing the death of Superman too early. I think they didn't earn it the first time, but they're making up for it now, and hopefully that carries through to the movie.
I'm gonna pull a Kevin right here and bring this all back.
We're just gonna call him Superman.
Bring this all back to Metal Gear Solid.
Nice.
If they keep him out of this, it is similar, but also kind of the opposite of a Metal Gear Solid 2. It's like Snake. Oh no, you're not Snake.
Yeah.
This is like Superman. Now you ain't getting the Superman.
It's just a movie of
It would be the opposite, but similar to what they did with Metal Gear Solid 2 if they keep Superman out of this movie. I will say, I thought it was going to happen in Batman vs. Superman. It's not going to happen in this. I don't know. I just hope by the time we get to the end of the DCEU, what are they called?
Which is stupid.
Whatever. We better get a Bizarro.
I hope so. I hope that's Man of Steel 2, even if it's just Man of Steel 2. Even if we don't even need Bizarro, which would be awesome. I still wonder, there's no way they do this in this movie. If they have the balls to have Darkseid resurrect Superman in this, and you think Steppenwolf's the big bad, but really it's Superman, and Bruce has to kick his ass again and bring him back. I mean, he's alive, but he's going to bring him back to good. I may die watching this movie if that actually happens. Yeah. If they have the balls to do that, kudos.
Yeah. We shall see.
Sean, what have you been playing this week?
Up until yesterday, nothing. But I did pick up Metroid.
You should have borrowed my 3D. Well, I mean, the kids played it, but now you should really borrow my 3DS.
It's all
pipes.
starting to come together now.
Awesome.
I mean, I've liked it the whole time, but now I got the spacer beam, so it's like the 3 thing. I got
Once
the
you hit
space
that,
jump.
you're OP. It's like over. Yeah.
I got the space jump. One thing I will say, and it's not a fault against this game because it's really no different than any other Metroid game, but this is what happened last night. I was fighting one of the Metroids, and I fought him, and then he scurried away, and then I had to find him, and then I fought him, and then he scurried away, and then I found him again, and I fought it, and I died, and then I had to start that whole thing over. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I closed my 3DS. I'm like, I can't right now. And I feel, I don't know what it is, because it's not like it's unheard of to die in a Metroid game and have to go back to where you last saved, but something about it, I was just like, and I played it a lot. I played it for probably 2 hours last night.
Okay.
But how many area zones, whatever they call them, are
8.
there? See,
But
I'm only
8,
at 4.
8 is the final one.
Yeah.
You get the bulk of your Metroids, I think, by the time you get into 5 or after 5. I forget what it is.
So I'm really enjoying the game. The one thing I will say, and I will say it's not for any fault of this game, because I don't know how true they're staying to Metroid or Samus Returns.
Right.
But it just seemed, to me, it doesn't quite seem like a true Metroid game, because there's not a whole lot, and the game could change. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of backtracking unless you want to.
It's up to you. It pretty much stays that
Like
way.
I like
did
Super
some
Metroid,
backtracking.
where you're going around and all of a sudden you go through Meridia. I'm just making this up. I don't remember for sure, but like you go through this whole game and then you end up in Meridia, and all of a sudden you go through this door and you're like, holy crap, I'm back in Norfair or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's all pipes. It all kind
there's
of
no pipes
This is it.
here.
You go from here to
This
here
is
to
area
here
1
to
to
here
2 to 3 to
here
4 to
to
5.
here.
Yeah.
I don't like that. But I mean, it's definitely a fun game. I'm enjoying playing through it. It makes me that much more. I mean, I'm looking forward to Prime 4, but I kind of just wish it wasn't Prime 4. I don't even really care that it's first person. Everything should come in 3s. You had Metroid, Samus Returns, Super Metroid, that kind of closed that chapter. You had Prime 1, Prime 2, Prime 3. Prime 3, they basically build it as like the end of this trilogy. And all of a sudden you're like,
we're
here's
gonna do
Prime
another
4.
one, yeah.
I'm like, just start something
I
new.
almost wonder if they're doing Prime 4 like they did Metal Gear Solid 3 and Metal Gear Solid 5. That might just be a prequel. They'll fit it somewhere into the timeline that hasn't been explored yet.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's a great game. Oh, I got the super missiles too. That was the other big thing. I got the Spazer, the super missiles.
I started thinking
and
they
the
weren't
space
in the
jump.
game because it seemed like it was so late. I guess it was only Area 5, but I was like, I feel like I should have super missiles by now.
I'm assuming. I'm trying
but there
to
was
think
the
of
green door, so I was like, okay,
Right.
That's yeah.
I'm trying to think when I look at my status screen, whatever, and it shows like you can see the empty squares with the power ups you're missing. I'm trying to think of how many I'm still missing. I'm guessing I still need to get. What is it called? I have the various suit. I'm guessing there's another suit that lets me... The gravity suit. I'm guessing there's a gravity suit. I'm guessing I still need to get the screw attack. I'm guessing I still need power bombs, super bombs, whatever they're called. And I'm guessing I need... What was the other one? Screw attack, gravity suit. There should be one other one. But anyway, it seems like I have almost everything you need in the game, and I'm only in Area 4 of 8. But I guess if 8 is the last, I'll probably get something new in 5, and something new in 6, and something new in 7. I just did the part in 4, I think it's 4, where you're doing like the thing where you like run away from like the little spinning thing. And, I just got through that, and then you fight a Metroid like right after that, and that was the one I died at and whatever. It may not have been right after that, but more or less after that part. But I don't know. It's filling the void that we needed to be filled in terms of a 2D Metroid.
Yep.
It fills that void perfectly. It's not the best. It's certainly below Super Metroid. I would maybe even put it below Zero Mission. but it's so I don't remember anything about Other M, and it's so different from the 3D Metroids that I almost can't compare them.
Right.
But I would say it's probably the next one down from there. But it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It's a game that I may never go back and play again. I may not. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But no, I'm getting there. I need to finish that, and then I would like to play Resident Evil 7 again. I'm starting to think that's probably not going to happen, but I would like to play through that before the DLC comes out. But we'll see. But no, that's pretty much all I've been playing. What about you?
So, again, I was at the beach this week.
Still digging the SNES Classic?
So I brought the NES Classic and the SNES Classic and the Vita.
And the pie?
I came fully loaded. I didn't bring the pie.
No pie.
Just because I was so glad that actually made it home from the wedding. I was so nervous. I was like...
I heard you almost left without it, and Jason was like, hey, don't forget the pie.
I was like, and I think I yelled out like, oh my God, thank you so much. It was just sitting there. Luckily, nobody stole it, but yeah. Oh, what the hell? We did a poll. What won?
Mario 3.
It did.
It was like 53 to 47 or something.
Did you vote in it?
I voted for Mario 3.
Okay, I did too. Okay, so that's what it won.
Especially after Logan. Shout out to Logan.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't talked to Logan. I feel like I've been on a Twitter hiatus basically for
I was
3
this whole
weeks.
week. Yeah, I put up that poll. That was my only interaction.
I feel
with
like,
Twitter.
I mean, obviously I saw Nick and Adam at the wedding. I feel like, Logan, I miss you, man. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever, but I saw
Come back to
Logan.
Memphis.
I saw Logan say that he and
Alex.
I was going to say Adam. I knew that wasn't right. That's Shafani. I saw that he and Alex were doing a world playthrough. I'm like, well, that settles it. We have to do 3.
Yeah.
You can't do world. And I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I would maybe, I don't know if 3 is the better game, but I've played world a lot more. So I kind of just want to play 3.
See, I feel like I've played 3 a lot more until this past week. And well, I had World on my 3DS a year plus ago when we went to the wedding. I downloaded it when I hated Donkey Kong 2. I was like, this sucks. Mario World, loved it. Never went back to it till I got the SNES Classic. The boys are watching me playing. They love it. So stay tuned. I don't know if it's going to be next week. We'll do our first one. We'll see how the rest of this week goes. But we're going to do a full... We've talked for a while, and I was finally like, the hell with it. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
It's hard. Sean's life has been crazy for the last month for sure, but for longer than that. Mine's been crazy for the last 3 months because I had a baby. I didn't have a baby. Jess had the baby. If we have female viewers, don't get mad at me or listeners. We've talked for a while about wanting to do Mario Mondays. We thought about doing like Mario Maker, which I just don't. I can't. It was bad enough playing Lost Levels. Playing some of these Mario Maker levels, it's not. I will break the Wii U gamepad. It's just not. It's not worth it.
Well, plus some of the levels are like jump.
And you just
watch as you bounce your way through level. It's like, okay, this is impressive.
Shout out to the makers of that, but that's not it. So we're gonna do Mario Mondays. I don't know if it's gonna start this next Monday or the Monday after, but we're gonna do a full playthrough, let's play of Mario 3. What I would say, no warps. Okay. No warps. Worlds 1 through 8, 1 world per let's play. Hopefully we can do it. We'll see. I want to say right now, as a sequel, I want to do World. I want to do World because I played it so much I played it for like 2 hours probably. You're at the beach, you're not really playing Mario. But when we were either in the morning before Jess and Eliza woke up and the boys are playing the iPad, I've just got my coffee. I'm like, let's just play Mario World. I had forgotten how this game is really good. Spoiler alert. I don't know if I still prefer 3 anymore. Like, I love World.
I feel like I've just played World so much, and it's almost, in today's standards, it's a very simple game. But when I think back of it, I'm like, you have these levels, and depending if it's a red or a yellow, there's like 2 exits, and this one leads here, and this one leads here, and then it's just... I think World is probably the better, more polished game.
Yeah.
But I think I might prefer 3.
IGN had 3 as their best game of all time. And you can't really... You can say... Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite game of all time.
Right.
You can't really argue with Mario 3 being the best game ever made. You can, but it's like you can't say somebody's out of their mind for saying 3 is the best game ever made. Anyways, played Mario World. God, that game is good. I love it. I love the SNES Classic. I turned off. At first, I had the borders on. I was like, this is just distracting the hell out of me. I turned that off. I don't want to. Oh, by the way, they've already hacked the SNES Classic. I haven't done it because I don't want to kill it. But they've already hacked the SNES Classic. It took a week for just be like, okay, yeah, put every game on there you ever wanted. It's fine. I love Mario World. I mean, yeah. So I've gotten through World 3. I just got to the Lost Woods or whatever they're called, that world. I've gotten, obviously, the Yellow Palace is
That's
nothing.
World 5.
Is it?
But 4 is basically just the bridge.
It's
where
the
like 2
Butter
levels.
Battle Bridge, whatever, yeah.
Butter Battle Bridge.
So, shout out to Dr. Seuss. So I got the yellow switches, obviously. I got the green switches, and I got the red. I don't remember where the blue switch is. But I've gotten that.
It's in the Lost Woods.
It is. Okay.
I mean, whatever that world's called.
Forest of Illusion.
Yes.
I've unlocked Star Road. I beat one of those levels, but you can't just beat them. You have to find the secret exit.
But there's Star World, and then there's like the bonus world or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know.
There's
that.
the Star World, which has like 5 levels or something, and then somehow I think you just beat all those, and then you get to the new world, and it's like awesome, radical, tubular,
Really?
bodacious. There's like 8 levels that all have names like that, and yeah.
So, again, I'm not breaking any news here. Mario World is amazing. I loved playing it. Played the SNES Classic a lot. Oh, the boys got hooked on Dr. Mario.
Wait. Oh, okay. On the
On
NES.
the NES.
I was like, wait, that was the Super Nintendo?
Jess tried to step up to the plate. I was like, no, you sit down.
What was the game? Oh, that's what we were going to do.
We were going to do the tournament. It
That
never
was that
happened.
game, yeah.
I would still like to do that. We were planning on, if you want to see this at the comment section below, let us know. We planned on, when the NES Classic was hot a year ago or so, we planned on doing a spouses, now we can actually say spouses tournament of, like, what would we do? It would be you versus Brittany, me versus Jess, the winner, just a 4-person tournament in Dr. Mario. After playing it, we would have to put us to virus level like 6 or 7 and them at 0 and let them go on low and us go on medium speed for it to even be, because like it's not even fair.
Right, yeah.
So we'll see if that ever happens. But the boys fell in love with Dr. Mario. They loved that.
Had they not played it before?
They have, but it's like, I mean, they're kids. They don't remember anything.
They have an attention span of a goldfish.
So they love that. I did play, so I fired up Star Fox 1 just so I could play Star Fox 2. Star Fox 1. What?
I was about to drop out. It's a trap. And then I realized that was the wrong game. And
do
I
a
meant to
barrel
say,
roll.
do a barrel roll.
And
Okay.
that's Star Fox 64.
Oh, well, then I don't know what I'm talking about.
Remember, we got that wrong at trivia before we went with Nerd 901.
Oh, yeah.
Star Fox sucks. That game's not good. And Star Fox 2 sucks too. No wonder they never
Is
put
2
that
just
game
the
out.
same as like a clone of 1?
Yeah, but I didn't even get to the part where you're like the chicken leg walking Star Fox plane thing, like in Star Fox Adventures or whatever. These games suck. These games, it's cool that it's on there.
It's like a tech demo of...
Oh my God, it's horrible. Like you can't control anything. Like you can't even tell when something is really close to hit. Like in the first level of I was like, I'm going to play for the first level of Star Fox 1. I think that's really all I've ever played of that game. Just because you have to beat the first level of Star Fox 1 to unlock Star Fox 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. So I did it. Oh my God, this game is just, it's not good at all. It's not good at all. Don't play it. It's just not worth it. What else did I play? So on the Vita, remember I was talking about a month ago, and then it came out this month for free on PS Plus, Skyforce Anniversary.
Yeah.
Download this game. Go to your library right now and download this game. Because I've only played it on Vita.
I have 6% battery.
Okay, never mind. It is so much fun. It is the vertical scrolling shooter.
Oh, right. Yeah.
With like I won't say PS4 level graphics, but PS3 graphics. It's so much fun. You start out the first level, you're super powered plane, and you got like, you're shooting like 5 bullets at once, and it's super turbo and blah, 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 blah. And then the bad guy comes in, and he wrecks you, and they're like, oh, you gotta get a new ship and blah, blah, blah. And you start back at bing, 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 bing. But it's so much fun, and you can level up your ship, and you can get upgrades. It's so cool. I love vertical scrolling shooters. I need to play this game more. I don't know if they have cross save, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep playing it on the Vita or if I just want to start again on the PS4. But it's so much fun. I didn't play any Zelda. I think that's really it. Again, I was at the beach, so yeah.
By next week's episode,
I started Terranigma. It's boring as hell. There's nothing to do. I played this thing for a half hour. I might have been drunk. I don't remember. I can't like.
Oh, you haven't even made
I'm
it
just
out of
walking around the stupid village. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You need to get.
I can't get out of the village. I don't know what it's like.
You're doing something wrong. You need to get out
There's the
to like
door.
the first level.
There's the door where they're like, oh, there's voices behind there. And I'm like, I can't get it to open. I don't know what the hell to do. I'm in this house and there's the elders and stuff. I'm like, this is Jess is playing Bunko Saturday night. Maybe I'll just Saturday night, if I'm not editing Mario 3, I will sit down and be like, I'm going to get to some real action because I haven't even swung a sword or done anything other than jump in this game.
Yeah, you
jump
can't.
and
Then
talk
it's
to people.
way too early to judge the game.
No, I agree, but I knew what you were going to say. I'll get
Well, I was either going to say that or what are you going to play first, unless you've already started one of them? Fusion or Zero Mission?
I started Zero Mission.
How far are you?
Not far. I said that last week. Or, well, I don't even know when it was.
A month ago.
Basically. I've gotten Morph Ball, obviously.
Zero Mission is better.
Yes.
The only thing I worry about is you should play Fusion. And I feel like you would have had a better appreciation for Fusion if you played that before Zero Mission. But
I've started Zero Mission. I think
you gotta see it through now.
Yeah. Geeky. Finish that and then finish that. Most important news of the week. Hour and 26 minutes in. I'm glad that you've taken 2 notes.
Well, I don't usually start my timestamps until part 2.
We need to start it earlier.
Okay.
I may just upload this as one video. This has been fun.
It's been real.
I missed you. Andy House stepped down as president, whatever the hell he is, of Sony. Been there for 27 years. I don't really think this is that big a deal. Sean Layden has... What did you write?
I spelled house wrong.
And he stepped down as the president of Sony computer, whatever it's called now. I don't think this is that big a deal. Sean Layden has really been out in front the last 2 E3s. He's been the guy. Andy House was just there for the horrible PS4 Pro reveal event. And he talks. And I mean, he's behind the scenes. I think at this point, Sony can't screw up this generation. They might screw up the PS5 like they did the PS3 launch. Who knows? But at this point, I don't really think it's that big a deal. I think they are just a machine that's going to keep on trucking, and they will be fine without him. I mean, 27 years is a long... He wasn't president that long, but he's been with Sony for 27 years.
I mean, at this point, I think of Sean Layden more as like the whatever, the figurehead, whatever. Like,
bring back Shuhei. Where's Shuhei been?
Yeah, that's true.
My God, the Titans kicker has kicked 5 freaking field goals. I swear to God, if I lose because of the Titans kicker.
Wait, what? Are you...
He's got 21 points. I'm now only up on Taylor 107-93 with 13 minutes left.
He's not going to get you unless he kicks 2 50-yard
DeMarco Murray could... Anytime he could break out an 80-yard touchdown. And
he has him too?
Yes.
Oh, well.
And T.Y. Hilton has got 19 yards, so I hate my receivers. Continue.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't think it's a big deal.
I don't think there's really much to say. It just it's crazy to know Andrew House won't be there anymore. I call him Andrew. My most memorable moment of Andrew House or Andy House is that when I lost my mind when they did the intro video with him and Kojima. When Kojima announced Kojima Productions, which is not part of Konami. There's no Ruse Cruise. Robert, don't fall for it. That was just like, it was just so, they were both so happy, and it was like, Kojima's part of Sony, kind of. This is awesome. Anyways. I don't really have any other news of the week except some game announcements.
It's going to be a short one.
Street Fighter V Arcade Edition was announced, coming January 18th. They're finally doing an arcade mode almost 2 years after it launched. Thanks, Capcom. but they're doing bonus stages. There's going to be 5 different arcade modes. There's going to be an arcade mode based on Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4, and now Street Fighter 5 or something. It's just different numbers of fights. They're bringing bonus stages back. I feel like Chris Rock, like, do you want a cookie? Like, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to give us an arcade mode with bonus stages.
This should have been there from the beginning.
Yes. What the hell's wrong with you, Capcom? Not only that, free update for everybody that bought Street Fighter 5. Cool. That's awesome. You know what I also thought that included? All the DLC characters that I haven't paid real money for because I won't. Guess what it doesn't include? All those DLC characters. So I can't get Guile or Akuma or any of these other jackasses because they still expect me to pay like $7 per fighter, or I'd have to go do all this just to get fight money and then download. No, screw you, Capcom. I hate you.
That is pretty ridiculous.
That is stupid. The game's been out for 2 years. Give me those characters for free. I bought the damn game when it was nothing but a freaking, not even a cinematic story mode. It's just a story mode.
And how much did you pay?
$60.
Oh, so it was a full...
I mean, $47.99 through Amazon.
Well, but still.
It was a full retail release of a beta game.
That's pretty bad.
Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition is coming out December 5th. If for some reason you have not played this game yet, get it. $50. Some people were pissed because the game just came out this year. I'm like, shut up. You played one of the greatest games, in my opinion, one of the top 10 greatest games ever made. Who cares you paid $60 and you're going to pay $15 for the DLC? Shut up. Like, this happens with every great game. You know this is going to happen. You didn't have to wait for it. You didn't have to worry about getting spoiled. Any of that stuff. Shut up. So it's Horizon Zero Dawn and the Frozen Wilds DLC, which comes out November 7th, and I cannot wait for. Hopefully I'll beat Mario before that, because I hope this DLC is like 7-8 hours. I hope it's not just a couple hours. I hope it's a lot of side quests and stuff so I can get lost in that world again.
Wait, how much is the complete edition?
$50.
That does kind of bother me.
No. You're not allowed. Why?
Because honestly, even if it was 60, I'd be like, hello, I bought this game when it first came out, and all I got was this game. You waited this long. You paid the same amount. You got this game and this game. But on top of that, you paid less and got this game and this game. I know it's DLC.
Well,
it's not two games, but
it's like getting an iPhone 7.
I mean,
now.
I'm not advocating the complaining. Like, I agree. Shut up. But at the same time, it's like I would be a little annoyed too. I mean, I'm not, and I'm in that situation, but I guess I can understand. Yeah. It's almost like you're awarding the people who are like, I'm not too sure about this game. I'm going to wait.
You can get The Witcher 3 Game of the Year Edition right now for $20, which includes...
I paid $20 for it like a year and a half ago, and I regret that decision.
But I'm saying, some people say it's like the best game ever made. $20 for The Witcher 3 plus all the DLCs 2 years after it launched. You can get Metal Gear Solid 5
for
The
free.
Phantom Pain, well, yes, and Ground Zeroes for $50 or $40, whatever it is now, when they release the definitive experience, the stupidest name ever, because Konami is freaking... Give me the 3 remake, then we'll talk.
The 3 make?
3 make. That was good. I don't know. I just cannot wait for this DLC. If it's only 2 hours, I'm going to be pissed. Just because, like... Oh, and also... I don't think Zelda is coming out this year. The DLC. I don't think it's coming out this year. The fact, I know what we said. I said this when they released the Amiibo release date, but not the release date for the holiday DLC. It ain't coming out this year.
I think it is.
I don't think it is.
Nintendo is not Sony.
Good call. God.
That's
why I'm glad they still have not released the God of War release date, just to say early 2018. It's going to be March 10th. Well, actually, I'm going to tell you exactly. Hold on. I'll tell you the exact release date.
You heard it here first, folks.
February, March. I'll give you 2 release dates. I think it'll be on a Tuesday because they usually do their games on a Tuesday, not a Friday. March 13th, or if it's a Friday, it'll be March 16th, but it'll be that week. right before St. Patrick's Day. Doom on the Switch is coming out November 10th. $60. That kind of feels wrong. Speaking of complaining and stuff. Game's been out for a year. Nothing extra in it. It's just Doom again for $60. Feels like it should be $40 on the Switch. Especially because you're getting
like 40
a downgraded version.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be 60. It should be 40. But Doom's coming to the Switch. That's awesome. Keep the third-party support coming. I love it. The only other thing, I didn't write it down here, but I also want to talk quickly about the trailer for the Resident Evil 7 DLC. It's official. The Not a Hero DLC will be out December 12th. Not going to say anything about it. Looks fun, although I get Resident Evil 6 vibes. The action-y thing of it. I like that they actually showed some of the story elements of this trailer, of who it focuses on with the Baker family.
But, I mean, I haven't watched it yet. Does it pick up where 7 leaves off, or it's before that?
Literally where it leaves off.
Okay.
It says we've
so,
got
I mean,
him.
that at least... To me, that at least...
It's Resident Evil 7.5. It's leading
lends
into 8
itself
is what I assume.
to that style of gameplay.
The
Because they
latter
swoop
part of
in, they're
7.
like, all right, we're going to take care of... You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not thrilled about it. I don't think you can replicate, which already has me kind of worried about 8. I feel like they caught lightning
They
in a
did,
bottle with
yes.
7. And I don't know how you recreate that in 8. And
Yeah.
that sucks because 1, 2, 3, and Code Veronica were all very similar, all very good games. 4, 5, 6, all very similar, but less so. And
4
not
great,
all,
and then
4 was great,
yeah.
5 is good, 6 I never played, but I've heard not good things.
Yep.
I had high hopes for a 7, 8, 9 trilogy. I don't know. I don't know how you do 7 again. I would love it. I wish they would, but I don't think you can. I think that was lightning in a bottle. I don't think they'll ever.
I agree. I think 4 was lightning in a bottle, and that's why 5, they tried to do it, but it got more actiony, and then 6 apparently sucks. So
Yeah.
there's also the other DLC, The End of Zoe, I think is what it's called, or whatever. They tell you in this trailer, I'm not going to spoil anything, which ending is canon, which you already knew. But you find out what happens after you make that choice.
Yeah.
You find out what happens to that other character. Obviously, the other character is Zoe. You find that out. And it looks like there's a new character. I'm like, I was just going to do the Not a Hero DLC because it's free, whatever. And then the way this trailer ends, there's another character that looks like they're part of the family. And I'm like, all right, well, okay. I got to buy that now because I just got to see what happens.
Wait, when does that come out?
Same day.
Oh.
December 12th for both. So that's why I've got to be done with... That's what I'm saying. Like, when is Zelda going to come out? So I've got Odyssey on the 27th. Frozen Wilds on the 7th of November. Yes.
I headbutted
the microphone. I hope that sounded great to all y'all. 10 days later, Battlefront 2 comes out, which Noah's now like, yeah, I want it then. I'm like, well, okay, so I'm going to play through that. Then I've got hopefully the Zelda DLC, and I've got the Resident Evil DLC. I'm not going to have time to play through Resident Evil again. It's not going to happen.
I don't think I will either.
Maybe early next year. Yes. That too. This could be a great end to the podcast. But the trailer's great. It makes me want to play it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Did you have something to say?
No, it's depressing. Because unless I win the lottery and I don't have to work anymore,
I know.
my backlog of video games is just going to continue to grow faster than I can ever clear it out. That's depressing.
It is. There's still like, I still want you to play Uncharted 3 and 4. I want you to play Watch Dogs 2. I was thinking about that after the pod when we did the games only, episode. I want you to play Watch Dogs 2. You played Severed at least. That made me happy. You still got to get back to I Am Setsuna. You got to finish 12 at some point. Sorry, I'm not helping things.
It's not depressing.
Yes. everybody's favorite part of the podcast, which is the
It's the back of the box
challenge. If you didn't know, the back box challenge is how we end the podcast here every week on the two-player co-op podcast. What this game is we play the back of the box challenge, where we look at the back of a previously released game they released at retail. We read the back of the box description aloud to the other player and bleep out any pertinent information, give the game away or make it way too obvious. Then the other player gets to ask some follow-up questions that end in yes or no answers. And they try to determine what the game is, and that's back box challenge. That's what we're going to do now. Sean.
Am I reading first?
I don't know.
I better go ahead and read because I don't know how long my phone's going to live.
Oh, good point. It looks like your case caught fire.
That's what
by the
Dad
way. It looks
said.
like it melted.
It's super.
It looks like you put it on the kerosene heater, like Tim did that remote. Tim's moving back to Connecticut, by the way.
Really?
He got a job outside Hartford. He said, "Yep."
Wow. All right.
Don't sneeze through this whole thing.
I'll read it. Okay.
I mean, I expected you to.
Kick, jump, and punch
Karate Kid NES.
your way to victory in
Karate Champ.
blank.
Karate Champ.
No.
Double Dragon.
Yeah. No.
Marion.
No. You'll need lightning fast reactions to knock out the.
Just read it.
This is going on long enough.
Yeah.
I'll make it easy on you. You'll need lightning fast reactions to knock out the knife thrower.
Oh, no, not the knife thrower.
Stop the stick fighter.
Oh, no.
And
No, too sexy.
trip up the evil
Sword fighter.
Tom Brothers.
What the hell?
In this action-packed blank.
It's not Black Manta.
No. Are you sure you're tough enough?
This has to be an 8-bit game.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it'll take all your strength and skill to master the moves in blank.
Deadly, 16-bit.
Beat your opponents and rescue the fair
Maiden.
Marion, Sylvia,
No.
who's held captive on the top floor.
Holy crap.
You got to go all the way to the top.
Are there monsters in this game?
I don't
They
think
climb
so.
up buildings and knock them down?
The action is
Whatever
not-
happened to the Rampage movie? That was supposed to be happening.
Really?
Yeah, with The Rock, of course.
Of course. The action is nonstop, and just when you think you've got your enemies licked, there's always a giant snake.
Of course.
Oh, no, there's always a giant
Comma.
snake.
Okay.
So there are monsters, apparently. There's always a giant, a snake, or a fire-breathing dragon to contend with in blank.
Konami game?
No.
Capcom.
No.
Data East.
Presented by
Data
East.
That means no.
No.
When I say Konami, is it Ultra?
No.
Okay. So it's an 8-bit game. Did it also come out in the arcades? I don't know what you were...
I don't think so.
I already forgot what you didn't want to bleep out.
No. No arcade.
Is this part of a series?
No.
Oh, God. Is this a beat-em-up / brawler?
I would call it that.
But you use weapons?
I don't think you do.
Is this a licensed game?
No.
Oh, my God. Is this a bad game? Did we own this game?
That is tough. I'm going to say no, but it wouldn't.
Do you
if
play as a ninja?
No. I don't think we owned it, but if you tell me we did, I'd believe you. But I don't think we did.
God, it's not part
Because
of the
I get this
series.
game confused with something else.
You get it confused with Legacy the Wizard, I bet.
No.
Shinobi.
No.
Ninja Gaiden.
No.
Black Manta.
No.
Do you know, was this 1-player or 2-player?
Actually, the back of the box says 1 or 2 players. I would have thought 1 players.
Not Konami, not Capcom.
But apparently there's a 2-player
not Data
mode.
East. Is it a Nintendo game?
Yes.
Did it come out in the 80s?
Yes.
It's not a black box game. Is it a black box game?
It is. You're going to get it now. That was key.
Hold up. No, I have no idea what this is. Okay. NES Golf. Baseball.
It's golf. You got it.
10-yard fight. Mario Brothers. Do you play as a plumber?
No.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Fire-breathing dragon. You could say Bowser was a dragon back then, I guess. Nobody really knew what he was. He was a Koopa. He was King Koopa.
King of the Koopas.
What the hell? This is obvious then right now, and I'm missing it, right?
I think so.
God.
I don't know about you.
Oh, it's not 2-player. You don't play as Icarus,
No.
who's a kid. So you would call to beat him up, is what you said.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I get this game. I mean, they're not really. They're sort of similar, but I kind of get this game confused with another game.
Oh, but it's not part of a series. Holy crap. Is the main character of this game a recognizable character? No. Okay.
I don't even know if he has a name.
No, Rygar was Konami. Right? Holy crap.
It's not Rygar.
Okay. This was a black box game?
It's a black box game.
I have no idea what this is. I don't know how I can narrow it down anymore. It's not part of a series. You don't know the character.
I get this game confused with a licensed game that we definitely owned.
Ninja Turtles?
No. I mean, don't think of a... I mean, I would call it a beat 'em up, but...
Do you use swords?
No.
Do you use guns?
No.
Fists?
No. Yes.
Do you play as a human?
Yes.
Are you a karate fighter?
Yeah.
I already asked about Karate Champ. If it's Karate Champ, I'm going to be
It's not Karate Champ. I don't even remember that game.
You don't remember that game?
No.
Remember the best of the best?
Best of the best of the best. The best of the best of the best.
Do you get it confused with Karate Kid?
I do.
Oh, it's Kung Fu.
It is Kung Fu.
Oh, my God. Oh.
I mean, it's...
Yeah, I get that.
It looks like Karate Kid.
No, it looks exactly like Karate Kid.
Well, we didn't own this, right?
No,
we
we did
owned
not.
Karate Kid.
Tim did. It always goes back to Tim. We didn't own Karate Kid. You had to push up to jump.
Yeah,
the Typhoon level was impossible.
The Typhoon level, yes.
God, I cannot. I don't know how I got to Kung Fu.
Kung Fu it is. I don't remember there being like dragons, and I thought it was all just people.
That's what was throwing me off. I was trying to think of like Legacy of the Wizards. Oh my God, I'm only up by 5 points. What the hell is that? DeMarco Murray did it.
What?
He's got 14 points.
What's happening?
We're running out of battery. All right, real quick.
We're plugged in.
No, I mean we're not running out of battery. We're running out of hard drive
All right,
space.
I
I
gotta
guess
get
we're
this
getting
quick
close
then.
to 3 hours. Okay.
I'm on the clock.
We are plugged. You plugged it in, right?
I don't know. Yeah, because the light turned on. Is it still recording?
Okay. Blank pals around an all-new action adventure. Blank's back in his first adventure since Blank, and this time Blank's bent on preventing a storybook ending. When Blank is kidnapped, Blank plots to rescue the 7
Dwarves.
star spirits and rid the Blank of Blank's
Is it a Mario game?
Yes, cohorts. As he travels from the tropical jungles of Lava Island to the frosty heights of Shiver Mountain, he'll meet up with 7 all-new companions, and he'll need help from each one, or there'll be no happily ever after.
It's a Mario game.
Yes.
Is it after 99? Or January 1st, 2000?
No.
Is it a 64-bit game?
Yes.
Is it Mario 64?
No.
Oh. What? Is there another Mario game on 64?
Yes.
Is it a platformer?
No, I swear to God, if I lose this game, I'm going to be so pissed.
Lava.
Llama llama. If this cuts out and you're watching on YouTube and it goes to a whatever, just deal with it.
Wait, a Mario game on the 64 that's not Mario 64.
Yep.
It's not Mario Kart. Oh, it's stupid Paper Mario.
It is Paper Mario. And we got to the end just in time. I don't know how much tape we've got left. We don't have tape.
It's going to be funny as I'm going to nail the pen toss.
I know,
and we're
nobody's
not
going
going to have it on video.
Hey, so let's do this quick. Thank you guys so much for being here. This has been episode 96 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. It's good to be back. I missed you. I did miss you.
I miss you too.
This has been fun. We're part of the Nerd 901 family. Go to nerd901.com for all things nerdy in Memphis and around the globe. Check out everything going over there. They're doing great things. Also, you can find us on Twitter. I'm at KevinWhite24. He's at Real Sean White. Together, we're at 2player_co-op. No, you did not speed up your audio if you're listening to this. I'm just talking really fast like the Micro Shane Man. YouTube. You can check us out on YouTube. YouTube.com/2player_co-op. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button over there. Share the video with your friends, family, grandma, everybody else. Tell them that we love you and we love you also. If you like audio,
we love you.
Sean, you like audio? I like
I do.
audio too. Go to iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Stitcher audio services around the world, and you can check us out on the Facebook page. And we never update. Facebook.com/2player-co-op gaming. Thank you guys so much for being here. Sean, until episode 97, take us out.
Thank you for playing.
Not even close. Do the thing. Bye, guys.